Hey there everyone, today I'm gonna quickly show you my updated anti-Safi bow builds. If you haven't already, I recommend that you go check out my advanced bow guide for Safi. The strat will stay exactly the same, the only thing that changes is my build. This is a pretty significant upgrade. For area 2 and 3, the damage is gonna be about 3 to 5% higher, but the big difference is that with those builds, you don't rely on latent power 3 anymore to have 100% affinity. So you can have 100% affinity all the time, which makes a huge difference. On top of that, those builds are a little bit more comfy than the previous ones. Alright, so I'm just gonna stop talking about it and actually show you the builds. For area 1, we're gonna use the light break bow. For area 1, I still use the blast cutting strat. Light break bow has blast cutting plus, which makes it easier to proc blasts. And for that reason only, this blast bow is the one I use for area 1. Since all your damage comes from the blast, the only 3 skills you need is blast attack plus 4, stamina surge, and constitution. All the other skills are irrelevant. That's why I have right range and evade extender and gobbler and all those skills. Please note that with this build, as soon as you run out of blast cutting, your damage is going to be insanely low. So if you can't get Safi to leave area 1 before you finish your blast cutting consistently, you should use this build instead. With this build, you lose blast cutting plus, you just have normal blast cutting, but when you switch off to power cutting, your damage is a lot better. Let's look at my area 2 bow build. Safi is equally weak to every element, so we're gonna choose the bow that has the best stats. And out of all the Kia bows, the Kia King is the best one. This build does about 5% more damage than the previous builds I was using. But the big difference is that we're using Kia bows, they have critical element on them. That means that we can use Safi 5-piece. Safi 5-piece gives us 40% affinity. Critical Eye 7 gives us another 40%. Kia King has 15%, and we have Agitator 1 that gives us 5% affinity. So we get 100% affinity all the time. Before that, we used to rely on latent power 3 against Safi to get the affinity. So we did not have 100% affinity all the time, which was a big issue. And finally, area 3. For area 3, I use Kia Decay. It does just a little bit less damage than Kia King, but it has Elder Seal, which I believe is a big deal for area 3 on Safi. On top of that, since you used Evasion Mental in area 2, it's not gonna be available for area 3. But if you use a Kia Decay, you can use a Dragon Proof Mental to boost your dragon damage. The boost in damage that you gain from Dragon Proof Mental is almost as big as the Evasion Mental, so it's totally worth it. If you don't care about Elder Seal, or if you just don't want to change build between area 2 and area 3, you can keep using the Kia King with this build. I just wanted to make this very brief video since Safi came back this week. And as usual, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment sections and I will try to answer them. See you next time.